Listen, if you want to live life in your own terms, you've got to get clear on your vision, your intentions, and what you need to do every single day. You see, you behave your way to success. You behave your way to the life that you want to lead. And in this video, I'm going to share with you the 5 daily habits that have allowed me to become a multi-millionaire. I can't wait to share them with you, and I'm excited to see how much progress you make whenever you start implementing these. The first thing is to focus on what you've been avoiding. Every single night before you go to bed, write down what is the biggest thing that I could do to move the needle in my life and my business. And how do you identify that? That's the number one thing that you're scared of, the number one thing that you're afraid of failing on. That is the very thing that is going to allow you to grow. You've got to ask yourself every now and again, is the current opportunity vehicles that I'm in going to give me the life that I want in my personal life and in my business life? And essentially, if the answer is no, you've got to be willing to try new things and start at zero. So getting very clear on the things that you're avoiding and making sure that you actually do them is ultimately going to grow you the quickest. It's going to build your personality, build your skill sets, grow your confidence, and everything else. Focus on the hard stuff for an easy life. Let's get something very, very clear. If you were to write down all the stuff that you were avoiding right now, it would petrify you. But quite frankly, when you focus on all that stuff and you start implementing it, you've no other option but to see it through. And I can rest assure you, the real magic of your life, the real growth in your business lies on the other side of all the stuff you've been avoiding. And here's the thing, if you're really scared about it, if you're really anxious about it, stop and think, what is on the other side of it? I can rest assure you that you've already survived your worst days in your personal life and in your business. And what's ahead, you're going to survive too. In fact, it's going to make you a bigger, bolder person. And the number one way to grow your confidence is to be true to yourself. So get clear on what you've been avoiding, why you've been avoiding it, and stop focusing on what could go wrong and focus on what could go right. When you think about the stuff that you're avoiding, here's a prime example of how it usually goes for most entrepreneurs. They get up in the morning, they journal, they read, they do an Audible book, they train, they have a greens juice, and then, well, they probably look at their productivity planner. That's not moving the needle in your business. It's soothing, it feels good, but it isn't actually building your wealth, serving your clients. It is actually mental masturbation and ultimately fear at play, because you're actually afraid of taking action on the stuff that you know you need to do because there's a chance of failure, it takes hard work, and there's no immediate feedback. So here's my best piece of advice to you. Figure out the thing that you're avoiding, the thing that you've been putting off, or the thing that you start, switch to social media, switch to WhatsApp, switch back to Instagram, and essentially procrastinate for ages, and just focus on giving yourself a dedicated time block to actually complete the task and follow through with it. You may not see immediate return there and then, but I can guarantee you when you complete something that is hard, you will feel literally like a cloud has been lifted off you. Doing hard stuff creates more energy. It creates confidence to go forward. And also when you do the hard stuff, it opens up opportunities and gateways in your business to more deal flow, to more reputation, to better team performance, to essentially better customer service, and more overall confidence and personal growth in you. Quick little exercise that I do at night. I write down a list of the stuff that I've been avoiding today, or the stuff that's really, really hard that I would love to avoid, and I actually identify the hardest thing. That's the first thing that I focus on in my day. Start building the habit of doing that, and you will literally be immortalized to going backwards, getting complacent, resting on your laurels, and failing in business. You will force yourself to grow. Easy. Number 2, connect with somebody smarter than you. Connect with somebody that is worth modeling. Somebody that has done the thing that you want to do or is currently in the middle of it, whether it's in your personal life or in your business life. Whenever you find role models, you can learn from their mistakes. You can leverage their lessons, leverage their expertise, leverage all the pain and stress that they've had to go through to get outcomes. And that also means that you will have to pay to access some of these people. And that's totally cool. If somebody else can save you millions of pounds, millions of dollars, hours of effort, hours of pain, they are worth paying. They give you intellectual and life shortcuts to radically accelerate your life. When it comes to connecting with people smarter than you, there are a couple of lists that you should have. Number one, you should have a dream list. These are heroes. These are essentially people that are maybe celebrities, but have got world-class status for doing amazing things. You then have mentors. Mentors are people that have done the thing that you want to do, and you can reach out to them. You can pay for their time. And number three is peers. These are people that have done what you want to do or are in the middle of doing what you want to do, but essentially don't really teach it. They're in the trenches doing it. Mentors have already kind of finished and are out the other end and focusing on other opportunities. But those are the three lists: heroes, mentors, and peers. And I can rest assure you that you can reach every single one of them, even your heroes. You're actually 3 points of contact away from meeting your heroes, meeting your next mentor, or meeting your next peer. Let me give you a really clear example of how you connect with a hero. So you find 3 people that know the hero, and what you do is go out of your way to connect and add some form of value to them. Now, this might be a long play over a period of a year, over a month, over a week. It could range. But here's what you do. You find one person and you add value and you connect. Whenever you add value, you will know whether you do it instantly or it has to be over a period of time, where there will come a point where they'll say, hey, what can I do for you? And all you say is, I'd love to put in a good word to whatever that person's name is that you want to connect with. You find the second person that knows the person that you want to connect with, and the third, and you rinse and repeat the strategy. And whenever it comes time for them to say to you, what would you like me to do in return? You ask for an introduction or to put in a good word. And then the person that you want to connect with has had 3 people go to them and say, you should really meet this person. I'm putting in a really good word about that person. And then you reach out directly to the person that you want to connect with, whether it's through them directly or through a VA, secretary, or whatever you want to call it. I can rest assure you, your chances of connecting with them are much more likely than just reaching out to them directly. That is exactly the strategy that I have used to connect and meet many of my mentors, many of my peers, and also heroes. And I want to give you that strategy. You can connect with whoever you want in the world. Whenever you're in the proximity of powerful people, you can only but think bigger and essentially integrate their wisdom, their lessons into your soul and use it as fuel to grow and get what you want in life. Number 3 is to have some form of exercise every single day. I know this sounds really simple, but the right training will actually give you energy. The right training will make you feel better about yourself. The right training will essentially allow you to look at yourself in the mirror and have significantly more confidence than you do without any training. I exercise for 20 minutes every single day. And here's what I use. I use strength training, I use hot yoga, and I do sprinting. Those are the 3 things that I'm currently using. Now, I used to be a semi-professional bodybuilder, and I used to train for 2 hours in the gym every day. I used to go to the gym sometimes twice a day. That is not the kind of life that I want to lead. That was essentially a career that was built solely on building a physique to impress other people and win trophies. That's not what my life is about anymore. It's taken a radical turn. And my training right now is to serve 3 purposes. Number 1, I train to eat. I love my food, and training helps me keep my calorie expenditure on point so that I can enjoy some beautiful food and beautiful wine. Number 2, I train to give me energy. And number 3, I train to look good in the mirror. There's something special whenever you put on a shirt, whenever you put on a top, and it fits just right, and you haven't got stuff spilling out the sides. You will perform way better in the bedroom, you will perform way better in the boardroom, and you'll perform way better on stage if you're speaking or connecting with people. So understand that you're at a marked disadvantage if you are not putting your system through some form of strength training or training where you're training your cardiovascular system and where you sweat. The right training will give you energy. And if you want to know how hard to train, here's a little system that I'm going to share with you from back in my personal training days. Every single day, I would wake up and I would score myself on a scale of 0 to 10. If I scored 5 and below, I wouldn't train. If I scored between 5 and 7, I would train relatively hard. And if I scored between 7 and 10, I would go all out and lift as much stuff as I could for as heavy as I could and go to town. You see, your central nervous system is going to be affected by the amount of stress that's going on in your life, the amount of recovery that you've had between alcohol consumption, training, and all the other stressful events in your life. And essentially, it just denotes a state of readiness. And you want to be ready to train. When you're ready to train, you can lift more weight, you can create more stimulus, and essentially create more growth, burn more calories, and both look and feel amazing. Number 4 is to take time out to think. Every single day, I take around about 30 minutes out to think about my life. What am I doing? What's going well? What do I not like? What has triggered me? Why has it triggered me? What is the meaning of this? What conversation can I have with my older self to essentially re-heal all the traumas and everything else that I've been through that I haven't healed? So getting very clear on taking time out every single day will radically improve your business performance. It allows you to get a bird's eye view on your life. It allows you to get a bird's eye view on your business. And it also allows you to get clear on the vision that you have for both your life and business. The clearer you are with your vision and the more detail that you can put into it, the more likely you are going to achieve it. I take time out to think with a coffee, sometimes a cigar, and sometimes with some cool lo-fi music playing in the background. By the way, if you haven't checked out what lo-fi is, it's super cool. I also use ASMR. If you haven't figured out what ASMR is yet, go and check it out. It's literally like massage for your brain, and it's rest. Whenever you rest, you can create far more effectively. Entrepreneurs can't create when they're tight, rigid, stressed, and in the middle of context switching, micromanaging, figuring things out, putting fires out. You can't create in those environments. You want to be well rested, you want to be breathing properly, you want to be listening to good quality tunes, you want to be having a cup of coffee or something that just allows you to just savor the moment and essentially be. Sometimes you just got to stop doing and you got to start being. So think about the future self that you want to become and integrate that and start being that right now rather than doing all the time. And that's sometimes where your greatest creations and ideas are going to come from. And number 5 is I make a sale every single day. And here's how I define a sale. Number 1, it's a new customer. Number 2, it's a current customer, i.e. making sure that they're happy, making sure that they're satisfied, making sure that they're getting what they need so that they continue to reorder or pay their monthly subscription every single month and retain the relationship with me. Sometimes I might even do that with a team member. I might go, hey, can you go and check up on this client or in this circumstance and make sure that it's all properly solved? That to me is making a sale. A sale can be a new customer, it can be a current customer, it exists in both those formats. But if you have the intention to make a sale every day, then you are continuing to drive the blood through your business. Sales are the lifeblood of your business, and without them, you can't make the money to invest in more infrastructure, more team members, and essentially grow. Over the course of my career, I have switched and changed multiple different habits. And I can rest assure you that these ones have got the greatest impact. And when it comes to making a sale every day, here's something really simple to say. Go and find somebody that's been engaging in your content or somebody that's showing some form of interest or bought a smaller product inside your ecosystem. Reach out to them and go, hey, thought I would reach out. We're starting a brand new program on this and that, or we've launched a brand new product that does this and that. Would you be interested? Would you like some help? Would you like to join us? As simple as that. And that can create an offer that somebody will essentially accept and want to pay you for. So let me know in the comments which ones stand out for you the most. They should scare you, they should challenge you, but most importantly, they will grow you. And in order to run a successful business, you need to find the activities that have got the highest amount of leverage. And these activities are the ones that really move the needle for me. Number 1, focusing on what I'm avoiding. Number 2, connecting with somebody smarter than me and absorbing and installing their wisdom into my mind and into my soul. Number 3 is exercising and sweating so that I can create the right energy and know that I've done something hard. That just conditions me to go after hard things. Number 4 is taking time out to think and reflect about my decisions and where I'm going. And number 5 is to make an offer or sale every day with either new customers or existing customers through me or through my team. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click like, subscribe. I put out a video every single month on the best business building and mind expansion insights and ideas that I have learned from scaling my business to multiple millions in profit every single year, all whilst doing one very important thing: living life on my terms.